Hey, welcome everyone. My name's Burton Kelso. I'm the technology expert at Integral. Today we're talking about 8 ways to make your live videos, your real estate live videos on social media that are going to help grow your real estate business. Because the challenge with video is that anyone can do videos, but at the same time, you want to be able to do videos that are going to help grow your real estate business. Because that's the whole purpose, right? Unless you're just doing video for the sake of doing video, you want to create live videos that are going to help your business. And in this instance with videos, we're going to focus on both live videos and of course just standard videos too, because not everyone has the opportunity to do a live video for time constraints. So it's very possible for you to not necessarily have to go live all the time, but to just use video in order to grow your business. Now, there are several platforms out there that offer live video. Just if you can see my mouse, there's Facebook Live, there's YouTube Live. This icon down here in the lower right-hand corner, it's Instagram. Periscope and Twitter are intertwined, so live or Twitter offers live video. And then finally, LinkedIn Live offers live video too. Now, I will say with LinkedIn Live, you do have to sign up for LinkedIn Live in order to access their videos. But with all the video social media platforms, you can upload your what's called organic videos to those sites in order for people to see them. Now, one of the first unofficial rules that I will mention about videos is that when it comes to videos on your with social media, you always want to utilize organic videos. And when I say organic, that means if you take a video with your smartphone, tablet, or computer, you want to upload those videos directly to your social media site. You do not want to use links to say YouTube or Venmo or any other video streaming process, because what that does, when you upload a link from another site onto say Facebook or LinkedIn, that really lowers the algorithm lowers the amount of people that actually see your video, because social media is selfish. It wants you to upload videos that are for that social media platform, hence organic videos. If you have links going to other video websites, your videos aren't going to be seen by a lot of people. Obviously, if you go with live video, a lot of people are going to see your videos. So I want to share some stats with you as far as video is concerned. So 8 out of 10 people would rather watch live video than read a blog or social media post. So as you can see, video has a powerful impact with people because it's just easy. With video, you can just sit back and watch it and consume content that is going to educate you. It's not like where you have to dedicate your time to read a blog post or to sit down and read social media posts. It just takes a lot out of you. Video, you can just sit back and let it do its thing and walk away with something from it. Another fact I want to throw out there is that only 20% of people finish reading an article. So if you're a blogger, if you're a real estate blogger, that's great. But most of the people that read your blog are probably reading the first sentence or paragraph of your blog post. But with video, people are going to stay tuned because video creates what's called FOMO, which is fear of missing out. So that's why video has become so popular with social media and the internet in general. Another fact I want to throw out to you, if I can get to the right slide, is this. 69% of users prefer video to text when learning about a brand. Now, if you aren't familiar with what a brand is, you are. You're a real estate professional, you or your brokerage is your brand. So if you want to introduce people to your brand, your business, video is probably one of the best ways to do it. And one other tip that I will throw out there, live video reaches 5 to 20 times more people than your traditional post. And that's because it doesn't matter what social media platform that you're on, they want you to use live video. So it doesn't matter if you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, those social media channels want you to utilize live video. Again, I will say that you don't have to use live video. It's just live video is going to help increase the amount of people that are going to see your content, because those social media platforms will push out your live videos. So the longer you're on live, the more people are actually going to see your video content. So the question of the day is, what the heck? How am I going to take advantage of live video to help grow my real estate business? Well, there's several things that you can do to make that happen. You can create a question and answer session during your live videos. And those are a great way to interact with people and get people to understand you, your brand. And of course, the main thing with social media content is that you want to make sure that you are giving things out to people when it comes to your social media presence. Now, let me get that off of the screen. There are several tips that I want to make sure that you know that when it comes to social media that you need to do in order to make things go right. So one of the first things that you want to do when you're posting video, and this goes, it doesn't matter what social media platform you're on. Number one, you want to figure out if your video solves a specific problem. If you're posting a video out there, entertaining purposes are good, but is it going to solve a problem? Is it going to entertain people? Is it going to enlighten people? Number two, does your video create curiosity? Why are people watching this video? What things are you doing in the video that are going to make people curious about it? Number three, does it elicit emotions? Does it elicit emotions? So what type of emotion are you doing with your video? Are you making people laugh? Are you making people reflective on life and just situations that we're in? Make sure that your video has that sort of content. And then finally, why should people care about your video? You know, if you post a video out there, why are people going to watch it? So you have to answer those questions before you make sure that you post any video on social media. So as far as the types of videos that you can do, again, you can do a question and answers session. One of the more popular methods that people are using live video is webinars. Obviously, you're part of one, and it's effective because it looks like 55 of you are watching this video. What type of response is that going to have if you do your own webinar as a real estate professional? People want to see what's going on. It looks like we're up to 56. So there you have it. So next, the other types of videos that you can do is behind the scenes. Behind the scene video are great ways of letting people know how your real estate business works. If you're working from home, why not do a video of your home office environment or situations that you're dealing with as a real estate professional with this whole COVID-19 thing. Other videos that you can do, obviously you shouldn't be doing these types of videos now, but when you're able to go out and not social distance, videos of you at different networking events or different parties you can have. Those are great ways to get that started. And let me stop this share because it looks like we do have a question. Let's see here. Maybe your screen, we can see the slides. Well, I hope you're supposed to be seeing my slides, but maybe as part of my screen share. So let me stop that and make sure that my slides aren't being shown, because I did have a slide window open here. So let me end this presentation. You guys are cheating and looking at my slides, so we can't have that happen. Let's make sure that we can go back. Let me start this presentation, pick up where we left off, and continue on with our presentation. So the other thing you can do is an open house presentation when you, or not presentation, but an open house. And of course, you can do a live stream when it comes to you doing a walkthrough. So let's see here. Everyone's saying, I can see your slides. Let's ask, how about now? Can you see my slides? And someone offered a suggestion. I had the same problem. Click on the right-hand corner. It says presenter view. Well, I clicked on the presenter view, but for some reason on my monitor, it is only showing that. So what I'm going to do is let's go with let's see here. Let's go with the no slides version, and then you'll just have to deal with my face on the screen. Because right now, let me ask, are you seeing me, or are you seeing, okay, you're seeing my face now. So let me switch screens and let's see if we can get back to our slide. But I still have access to the PowerPoint. And of course, I really don't need it. It's just more for your purposes. So now, when it comes to videos, one of the things that you want to focus on is your brand. So make sure that your branding is correct when you're on social media. When I say brand, your brand has to be who you are and how it is that you're helping people out. So if you're a real estate professional, obviously you want people to know what your brand is, and of course, how you're going to help people find or buy or sell that home when it comes time. But when you establish your brand, you want to make sure that people understand what it is that you do and how you help people out. Now, someone's asking me to share the slides again. So let me start up the presentation and let's see what we get. We're going to muddle through this and make sure it happens. I need to switch my slides, get rid of the presenter view, and then let's see what we have. So right now, let me open up Zoom. Let me switch over to the side here. Let me minimize. Okay, so let's see what we get. So I'm going to share my screen, and I think I shared the wrong thing. So, okay, let's hear by chat of hands. What do you see? Do you see the guy? Do you see me, or do you see the guy with the idea in his head? So let's see here. We get a chat message, and it says, the slide, yay! I see the idea guy. We're good. We see both screens. I wonder why I'm sharing both screens. So let's do that, because you're probably looking at my icons too. So let's turn that off, because I'm sure you don't want to see my messy desktop. Okay, so everyone says they see the guy. Good. So let's go to our first tip, which is, let's get past all the branding stuff, because we talked about that. All right, so number one, the more you stream, the better you're gonna get, and the more followers you're gonna have. So that's the key thing about doing video, is that you wanna make sure that you stream on a regular basis, so that way you will get more followers and understand how to grow your network. Because I think what happens when we do streaming is that you stream once or twice, and then you look at the numbers and say, man, no one's really watching my live videos. And so you can't really focus on those numbers when it comes to streaming. You just need to do what you do, and to make sure that you are being consistent as far as putting out videos and live videos. Because when it comes to videos and social media, it all boils down to relationships. It really does. That's the whole key with social media. It's not about selling, it's about developing those relationships. And the good thing about video is that it always allows you to connect with people on an intimate basis. That's why Zoominars, that's why video chats, that's why video has really taken off, because when you see someone in action, it helps you get closer to that person, and it helps develop that relationship. So the more that you go live, the more that you're going to connect with people. The more video that you put out there, the more people connect with you. And the good thing about our lives is that everyone has a story to tell. And that's awesome, because with stories, build relationships. So you want to make sure that you are telling your story. And your story doesn't have to be all the personal woes that you're going through. It's about getting out there and informing people ways that they can enhance their lives, but at the same time, letting them get to know a little bit about you and how you function, and what your, what your passions are. So the next thing that you need to worry about is the equipment. So do you need to invest in expensive equipment? Of course, this slide says yes, but then again, not really. You really don't need to invest in any expensive equipment when it comes to live video. Because I know I've sat in on a lot of video conferences, and talking about video, and people are always like, man, you know, you need to get this camera, you need to get, you need to do this, you need to set up your room in such a way. But the good thing about video and live video is that it can be on the fly. It doesn't have to be in a environment where you've got a set studio. So one of the most popular items that you can use is your smartphone. So Android or Apple users, if you've got a phone that's, I would say within the past 4 years, your video or camera on your phone is good enough for you to go live. I know sometimes when I do conferences, I use an old broken iPhone 6 to actually record my videos. And it works perfectly. It's got the high def quality that you would want and you can upload it to an environment such as YouTube and have high quality videos. Now, if you have an older laptop that doesn't have good video quality, or if you're using a desktop computer, one of the cameras I would recommend would be the Logitech C920 camera, which is, this ain't it pictured, but this is kind of an idea to get you an idea of what the camera sort of looks like. I'm actually using the Logitech C920 now, and as you can see, the video quality is looking great. Now, if the video quality is looking bad on your end, that means that your internet's not working the way that it should, which brings up another point. But the other thing you want to make sure too is that you've got a decent microphone to work with. So if you're at a home setting, you can use a Blue Yeti microphone, which is what I'm currently using right now. But obviously, if you've got a smartphone, your smartphone microphone is just as good too. So don't fall into the myth of that you have to go out and buy all this expensive stuff. Chances are, if you've got a newer iPhone or an Android phone, you already have the equipment that you need to use in order to do video and live video. Now, organic video, the internet, which is our next tip up here, really doesn't matter, because the only way internet's going to stop you if you do a regular video is if you try to upload that video and it just takes a long time to do it. If you're doing a live video, then high-speed internet really comes into play. So if you're at home and you're thinking about, man, I really want to do some live streaming, you really need to check out your internet first before you delve into it. And a great site, and I'm going to put the link to this site in the text window, is a site called speedtest.net. Speedtest.net by Ookla is a website that you can go to check your internet speeds. Your internet, as far as high-speed internet, in order for you to get good streaming quality video, especially if you're working from home, is about 30 megabits per second download, because that's the rate that you're downloading content to the internet. As far as streaming is concerned, a lot of it has to do with your download speed. Now, if you're streaming up to the internet, your upload speed has to be decent too, so that probably needs to be at least anywhere from 10 to 20 megabits per second in order for you to get a decent stream as far as internet. Now, as far as people who are using their smart devices, such as their smartphones and tablets, you want to make sure that you check your data plan. I know a lot of internet companies now are saying that they aren't putting limits on your mobile broadband internet, but you want to verify before you get into the habit of streaming videos. If you're going to stream from your mobile provider, make sure that you have unlimited internet, and also check with speedtest.net too to make sure that you have the proper internet speed. Also, if you have a limited data plan, you can always cabbage your smartphone, if you're at home, onto your home Wi-Fi in order to overcome that block as far as your internet speed. And then finally, the other important thing is your lighting. This is kind of a true story. In front of me is not a basement light like this, but it's a lamp without the shade on it. I'm looking at an LED light bulb, which kind of briefly blinded me. But you get creative as far as creating your environment when you're doing live video. You don't have to have a studio spot, but when you do video and live video, make sure that you're not sitting with your back towards a window. You also want to make sure that lighting is good. Lighting is crucial when it comes to doing video. It is crucial, but you don't have to spend a lot of money on lighting. You can use a lamp. You can use a lamp without the lampshade. Just make sure that you've got um, a good background, kind of like I do with this creative stuff behind me. One of the other things you don't want to do when it comes to live video and video is to sit with your back to a door. You're at home. The family's at home. You don't know who's going to walk in with or without clothing. So make sure that your back is always to the wall when you do video, especially live video, because you don't want anything embarrassing to happen when you're doing video. So my next tip, and I know people hate this because they want some type of plan of attack, is to just jump in and do it. But before you do it, you do have to know the rules as far as which social media platforms work and how they allow you to do video. But the most important thing when it comes to video, and if you walk away with anything, I want you to walk away with this quote when it comes to posting video and content on social media. Always be uniquely you. You want to make sure that you stand out, you shine, you be colorful, because the world needs your prismatic soul. So remember that. Don't try to copy anyone else that you see doing video. It's kind of wrong, but at the same time, you want to be you. You want to create your own identity when you do your video streams. So which direction do you need to go? What can you do? Well, it's important for you to understand your audience when it comes to doing video and live video on social media. Now, I'm the mindset that in IT, everyone needs IT and can utilize the information that I provide. So I put video out on any of the platforms out there. But for you, you really have to sit down and think about where your audience is going to be. So some of you, maybe it's Instagram. Others, maybe it's Facebook Live. And some of you may need to sign up for LinkedIn Live. I mean, it just depends on your audience. But as far as the rules are concerned for each platform, if you want to stream videos to Instagram, all you need is your smartphone, and all you can use is your smartphone. If you're thinking about becoming an Instagram video person, your smartphone is the only way you can do it. You cannot upload anything to your account from your desktop or laptop computers with Instagram. It is all app driven. So if you want to do video, you can use IGTV or Instagram TV. That's the tool that allows you to do live video. If you just want to do organic video, you can upload it to Instagram, but Instagram only allows a minute of video. And the other thing that I really hate about Instagram is that you can only hold your phone vertically when you're doing videos on Instagram. You can't hold it horizontally, which most video platforms allow you to do that. So your vertical videos are a must with Instagram. And if you want to upload any long-term videos, you can't just go to Instagram and post it on your account. You've got to go to IGTV, which is built into Instagram to upload those long-form videos. But it is a good idea to utilize IGTV because those videos go out further than your other social media platforms. And I've got a comment from Rico that says IGTV allows you to go horizontal now. Yes, it does. You don't have to upload your videos, your vertical videos in a horizontal format. You can upload your horizontal videos to IGTV. But I do believe if you're just going to try to record video with Instagram, I think it's vertical. But I could be wrong because this stuff changes all the time. Now, your next platform that you have to worry about is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, you can upload video natively from your smartphone as far as uploading an organic video. So you can go to your Instagram account, record a video, and just upload it directly to your Instagram account. Now, if you want to stream live from Instagram, you have to sign up for not Instagram, but LinkedIn. LinkedIn Live, you've got to upload or sign up for LinkedIn Live in order to do video. There's a form you can find on the internet. If you want to upload those videos to LinkedIn Live, you got to sign up. And one of the key things they require you to do if you want to sign up for LinkedIn Live is you have to prove that you're a provider of content, meaning that you have already posted videos that are going to perform informative content before LinkedIn even considers you to upload, to be a part of LinkedIn Live. But once you do, you definitely stand out, because I will tell you, currently right now, there are only about 2,500 to 3,000 people who have been assigned a LinkedIn Live account. Now think about that. The power of having that um, feature. There's 55 million people on LinkedIn. Only 25 to 3,000 of those only have access to LinkedIn Live. So imagine the reach that you would have if you were accepted as a LinkedIn live streamer. So go and sign up for LinkedIn Live today, because it will definitely help you stand out as far as sending your videos out. Our next platform is Twitter. Twitter uses Periscope, and Twitter, you can do videos in any format, live stream, you name it, you can do it. And there are people that don't say they don't understand Twitter or any of the other social media accounts, but it's the same thing. It's just creating relationships and building trust with people. So our next one, everyone is familiar with, Facebook. You can do everything you want to with Facebook, Facebook Live. Facebook Live, you can do videos up to 3 hours. It's a long time. But you can also post your organic videos to Facebook too within the app. But Facebook, with 2 billion users, so you've got a lot of people out there. Now TikTok, I'm gonna briefly touch on TikTok as far as their rules are concerned. You can do TikTok live, but you've got to have 1,000 subscribers in order for you to do live video with TikTok. But you can upload your organic videos to TikTok, and that comes with your free TikTok account. So anyone can do it. And let's talk about TikTok as far as the types of videos. I'm sure most of the videos that you've seen on TikTok are the dancing videos. Nothing wrong with that. I know you're in real estate, but someone that you might want to follow on Instagram and LinkedIn is Julie Zander. She's based out of Arizona. And Julie is a lifestyle guru. And every video she dances. And it's not like it's spectacular dances. She just kind of bobs around and she gets her message across. But it's entertaining because Julie's always grinning and she's always dancing. So she puts you in a great mood and she delivers her valuable content out there. But the thing about her videos is that she is always dancing. So if you're thinking about doing it, maybe a song and dance, not a bad idea, because it definitely will endear people to you. And then finally, our last one is YouTube. Now YouTube, you can stream live from the desktop program, but you can't stream live from the app. You've got to have at least 100, no, you've got to have more than that, 1,000 followers on YouTube in order for you to stream with that. But if you're sitting in front of your desktop, YouTube allows you to live stream from your desktop. So next, once you get started with your videos, you want to make sure that you're engaging with your audience. So I've seen countless videos where people are just like rambling, kind of like I'm doing, but at least I'm allowing you folks to chat back and forth with me. But they just ramble on and don't really give any relevant content. They start on a subject and then they just kind of go down the rabbit hole as far as stuff that they share. So when you're doing live video, you want to make sure that you're telling video in such a way that people are just engaged into your videos, that you're delivering in such a way that every time that you go live, people are able to just engage in your video and want to be tuned in more to your every word. So just don't ramble. Make sure it's that it's content that are going to keep people engaged. The other thing that you want to make sure when it comes to your video is that you recognize your connections. So if people are dropping in your videos as far as making comments on your videos, or if they're contributing to a live video, make sure you acknowledge people in the videos, because it will make them feel a little bit closer, and it will help the engagement and help you build relationships when it comes to your videos. Another thing that you want to do is be outrageous with your videos. I think part of the problem with many live videos is that people don't take enough risk when it comes to their videos. They just do standard boring stuff. But you want to take risk when it comes to your videos and do crazy stuff. There's nothing wrong with, especially with us practicing social distancing, There's nothing wrong with you doing something crazy and outrageous in order to get more people involved. During your video chats, you want to make sure that you're asking questions. Ask questions through your video chats to get people more engaged. If you're sharing a quick tip, that's great if you want to keep your video short, but ask questions, even end with a question to get people um, more engaged with your actual video so that they will interact and want to enjoy your videos in the future. So number five tip, just because your video is a live video doesn't mean that you can't promote your business. There's nothing wrong with pimping out your real estate business with the live video. You don't want your video to be all about your real estate business, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with promoting your video. You can ask people to share your videos. You can also ask people to subscribe to YouTube channels or subscribe to whatever video service you have, but don't hesitate to promote. But again, don't make that whole video about promoting your business. Get the word out, because that's the whole purpose of your videos, is to make sure that you're telling people about your real estate business and what it is that you do and how you're helping people out. So even within your social media channels, you can make sure that you're telling people that you go live on a regular basis and let them know what types of content that you're going to share within your video, because it's important that you get the word out in order to build your audience and to get more people to engage with your video. Another thing that you can do is make sure that you're taking advantage of hashtags in your live video post. Hashtags are very important on all of the social media platforms. If you don't know what a hashtag is, it's basically an identifier that lets people know what the subject matter of your video or your social media post is. And the good thing about hashtags is that people actually will follow a hashtag or a series of hashtags because they are interested in the content that is with that hashtag. So there are people that follow real estate. There are people that follow social media. So make sure that you're putting those hashtags in your video post to ensure that people are going to follow your content whenever new content occurs. The other thing with hashtags is that they help your video stand out on the internet, because your social media platforms are going to stand out more with hashtags than even your website. So when you're promoting or doing your videos, make sure you get those hashtags out there, because what happened in the SEO algorithm when in search engines is that we'll actually tune in on specific hashtags for groups. So make sure that you identify your audience and to make sure that you use the right hashtags in order to get more people to watch your stuff. So it looks like someone has a question. So it looks like it's Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan. Jonathan says he uses Facebook Live for his live videos. How do I utilize the hashtags on Facebook Live? Well, when you go on Facebook Live with your videos, one of the things that you can do when you're creating your Facebook Live video is when you're putting your descriptor up there, you might want to put a hashtag in the description of your Facebook Live video. Or one of the other things that you can do with your Facebook Live video is to comment on your live video when it's over and put the specific hashtags in there. I see people do this a lot on IGTV or just regular Instagram posts, that rather than trying to put the hashtags in the post, they will comment after the post is done, and you can put the hashtags in that. So I know when you go live on a lot of platforms, it doesn't let you put those hashtags in, but either you can put it in the descriptor, or you can actually just make a comment after the video is done and put those hashtags after that. But utilize those hashtags and make sure that you're you're getting your brand out there. And speaking of brand, one of the other things that you want to do as far as your branding is concerned, and I know this kind of doesn't deal with video, but remember, on social media, especially when it comes to your videos, you want people to know what it is that you do when they look at your social media profile. So with that said, here's a look at a couple of banners that I've got set up on my social media platform. So as you can see, got my name bold, I've got what I do, and I've got that I'm the tech expert. So when people look at my social media channel in general, they'll understand that this is a technology guy, and he's going to be sharing tech tips and tricks, hopefully, that are going to help people get more out of the technology in their lives. Same thing with Twitter. There's a banner and, of course, a professional photo there. And Instagram, which is the last one. Actually, this is Twitter. I think the one I did before was LinkedIn. Yes, this is LinkedIn. But after that is Twitter, allows you to stick a banner on there. And then finally, there's Instagram. But as you can see, my name is consistent. The kind of content that I share is going to be consistent. So you want to make sure that as far as your social media pages, you make sure that you have those banners out so that people can get an idea of what type of information that you're going to put out. And I also will stress when it comes to your videos and all of your social media content, please, 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 please practice the act of giving and not getting. So put out the content and know that it will return in some form or another. I know that with my YouTube videos, I've got a very small YouTube following, but the following that I get on social media is pretty good. And understand that your videos will be, whether you share your videos organically or if you go live, those videos are constantly being rotated around on all of those social media platforms. But when you create videos that give out valuable information, then those videos will endear you to people and it will help actually get you business. So it's some of the examples of videos that I can recommend that you would do in real estate is, and I thought I heard someone say something, but maybe I'm imagining things. But anyway, some of the videos that you want to do with real estate is how to buy a home, how to sell a home. People are always looking for tips on how to make that great purchase, what things to look for when they're looking at real estate properties. If you're a real estate investor, maybe tips and tricks on how to rehab old homes, but it's always good. You want to do give content in order to provide valuable tips to people so that they look at you as the expert, because that's the whole purpose of your video, is to prove that you are the expert and that you are the only one that can help solve the problem that they have. So always focus on videos that are going to help people, or you can just focus on fun videos where you're just interacting with people. If you have, let's say that you want to stay in contact with buyers and sellers that you worked with in the past, maybe you can do just a video chat session where buyers and sellers ask you simple home tips as far as maintaining their home. If maybe you're a real estate agent that loves to cook or garden, share those tips. The sky is the limit, because with real estate, you're dealing with property and homes and land. So anything that's going to help people get more value out of those items and their home life are the types of video tips that you want to share to people in order to create the engagement. Now, as far as the frequency of your videos, you want to try to share at least either an organic video, meaning you recorded it or pre-recorded it on your phone and you're going to upload it at a later date, or a live video session for at least once a week. Now, I know for some of you that sounds like a lot, but consistency is the key. You want to be consistent on those videos to make sure that people know that you're still around. And trust me, if you aren't doing it, your competition is definitely doing it. So make sure that you are consistent as far as your live videos are concerned. And that brings me to tip number 6, consistency. It's very important. You need to do it. You need to do it. So make sure that you're consistent on a regular basis. there's several things that you can do as far as helping you stay consistent with videos. You can set your own calendar. Just set it on the calendar. And I will say the best times for you to go live are those periods of time, or even just organic video, those periods of time when people aren't doing anything. We're at home now, so obviously people are sitting in front of their computers, but there are people working from home. So if you post a video after lunch, that's one of the most perfect times to post video. And of course, in the early evenings is a good time to post your videos or to go live with your videos, because those are the time that people aren't really doing anything. You want to make sure that when you do videos, that you want to also do them probably during the week. I would say Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are probably the best times to do your live videos. Um, you can also do videos on Saturday. I would say in the early mornings. If you're a Saturday person, you're like, man, this is the only time that works for me. As real estate professionals, many of you aren't doing open houses, so live video on a Saturday morning is a great time. Another video practice that you want to get into is what's called news jacking. Now, newsjacking is the art of taking a news article and repurposing it so that you can cabbage onto that and share content that's going to help people out. So probably one of the best ways, as far as newsjacking, there's a ton of cyber scams that are occurring in this COVID-19 crisis. So as a real estate professional, you want to make sure that you can take that and say, hey, you know, real estate scams are still prevalent even in this COVID-19 crisis. Make sure that you're doing the following steps in order to make sure that you stay safe. Or other things that you can do as far as newsjacking is taking seasonal items and making sure that you're using those items in order to create valuable content when it comes to your videos. So obviously we're in spring. Spring's over a month ago, but you can still use those, hey, you know, here's some great spring cleaning tips in order to help keep your house fresh, or to help you keep your sanity in this whole COVID-19 crisis, or anything that is COVID-19 or coronavirus that's going to help people get more from their lives. Some other stuff that you can utilize to help do video content is either take some of your written blog content and convert it into a video, or just create a weekly video blog where you just share video tech tips and tricks. I shouldn't say tech tips, but real estate tips and tricks in order to get people to engage in your content. My next slide you're going to love, but we've got a quick question real quick. So Kaylee asked, so I also post go live based on the interaction during the different times and insights on the page to see what times individuals are most active during, so I reach more. And that is true. You definitely want to look at the insights at the end of every video to see what your engagement is like. So if, let's say you decided to go live afternoon and you look at your engagement and, man, this is low engagement. Don't be afraid to change your times and to stay focused on your engagements to see when people are watching your videos. Now, for most social media accounts, you can just quickly look on the post to see where that engagement works. But if you've got a business page with either Instagram or Facebook, or even just a regular page on LinkedIn, as far as looking at your posts, you can look in the settings and go into your engagement to see how people are engaged to your stuff. But with that statement said by Kaylee, at the same time, you don't want that engagement to be the only thing that you focus on. You want to focus on creating valuable content. And let's just say you don't have a lot of followers on social media. Make sure that you're focusing on the people that do follow you on social media and work to satisfy their needs. Reach out occasionally and ask them, what types of videos would you like me to post out? And you will get ideas for content as far as your social media posts are concerned. Now, my favorite tip, and I love this slide, yes, that's a guy cheating on the test. So I always say, if you question what types of content to put out there, make sure that you turn to your R&D department And R&D in this instance stands for rip off and duplicate. Now that does not mean that you take the exact video content and you steal it and repurpose it as your own. That means that you look at other influencers out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the real estate industry, but other industries, and see what types of videos they are doing, and see how that fits with yourself and your unique you, and then repurpose it. Because sometimes seeing it in action helps you come up with content, helps you develop videos out there. Now, number 7, as far as your video content is concerned, your broadcasts don't have to be perfect. Think about America's funniest home videos. The video content normally is crappy. The quality is good, but people love seeing bloopers. And so you can show people that you're human by showing that you're fallible and you have bad things happen. So if you go live, or even if you do a video and it goofs up, make sure that you share it with the world. I know one of the funniest videos that I saw online was, there was a colleague of mine who would always do her videos with her back towards her door. And so her 10-year-old daughter, Hunter, decided to come rambling in a room dancing. And unbeknownst to the live streamer, Hunter's back there dancing in this video. And after the video was created and posted live, that this individual find out that her daughter had been dancing in the background. A live video that I saw recently was from one of the local news stations where a reporter couldn't get the audio to work right. It sounded like she had been sucking on helium. So if you have those, let's say that you're like, well, I want to get the live content out. Go ahead and do the perfect video if that's you. But at the same time, if you're looking for content, don't hesitate to post those bloopers on the web, because they definitely will get you more followers, and they will endear your tribe to you in order to help develop those relationships. Because it kind of is a statement to say, hey, I'm not afraid to mess up, and I'm going to make the most of it if I do. One of the other things, and Kaylee brought this up, is to make sure you check your analytics for every video that you share, so that way you can get an idea when your audience is actually watching your videos. Because what a noontime video may work for you, but it may not work for anyone else watching that watching your video. So make sure that you find out when your audience is active, and make sure that you post your videos at that time. But one of the other ways that you can make your audience, or kind of mold them to your will, is to just be consistent as far as when you post videos. So maybe you're going to start a live series. So let people know in advance that you're going to go live with a specific video, and that way people are tuned in and frothing at the mouth. Now, I will say with the social media algorithms that you can't say, hey, I'm going to go live tonight, because that algorithm may not dole out that post to your followers until days after the video goes out. So if you're posting statements about, I am going to go live, make sure that you are posting it a few days in advance, so that way it has a time to go through your network. So my final tip, as far as getting more from your videos and live videos, is to make sure that you repurpose your videos. I know there are people that will post a video and just gravitate to the social media platform that they are used to. So for many of you real estate professionals out there, probably Facebook or at least Instagram. And that's okay. But the whole idea with your videos is that you want to grow your audience. So one of the best ways to repurpose your videos is to share them on all of the social media networks that are out there. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, just because you did a Facebook Live video doesn't mean that you can't save that video and then upload it to, say, YouTube or Instagram, even Twitter, or heck, you could even do Snapchat. But the purpose is to get those videos out there so that more people see your content. I know there are probably many of you real estate professionals out there that are like, man, I've always wanted to start a YouTube video or YouTube channel. Well, great way to get started on the YouTube channel is to repurpose those videos. So take those Facebook Live videos and download them to your device. If you go live on Facebook, if you notice, there's an option that allows you to post your video, but then there's an option that allows you to download that video to your device. Make sure that you do that, because then you can take that video and make sure that you repurpose it. Now, some of the other ways that people repurpose live video is that when they're actually doing their video chat, they keep their comments somewhat generic, meaning that they talk to a blank audience so that anyone watching the video can act like they're a part of that video. And that's kind of good to do, because I mean, if you're trying to repurpose it for YouTube and you're shouting out names like, "Hey Johnny, thanks for joining me," that's great. But at the same time, if you're trying to repurpose that video, watching a YouTube video replay later or a LinkedIn video later, it's going to be odd if you're shouting out people who aren't even listed on the post. So if you're going to repurpose it in that manner for a YouTube channel, make sure that you kind of keep your post generic. One of the other things too, again, make sure that you're uploading organic content when you're doing your videos. Don't use a repurposed video in the form of a link to a website. So that if you are already uploading your content to YouTube and you're like, man, I really want to share this YouTube video on LinkedIn, upload the actual organic video to LinkedIn or to Instagram. Do not, I repeat, do not share a link, because your post will be seen by no one, because no social media channel wants someone to see a link and then go to that website. They want to keep them all within the channel. So always organic videos, especially if you repurpose. Now, a great tool that you can use for repurposing, let's say that you get the live bug and you want to be able to restream to multiple platforms out there. Restream.io, which it currently is only available for desktop, meaning Windows and Macintosh computers, will allow you to live stream to multiple social media platforms at once. Again, you do have to be in front of a computer to do this with Restream.io. So it's something that you can look into if you're wanting to stream to multiple services, because there's a guy I follow on Instagram, it's Titus Unlimited. So Titus is a fitness guru, and frankly, Titus looks like all he does is he eats healthy and he works out. I mean, it really puts me to shame. I'm slim, but at the same time, I'm not buff like Titus. So Titus was going to try to restream to both Facebook and Instagram. So when he made the post that, hey, I'm going live today on Instagram and Facebook, I'm like, Titus, how are you making this happen with your smartphones? And he's like, it's simple. I use 2 devices. So he has a tablet and a smartphone. So one tablet's on Facebook, one tablet's on Instagram. And that can be a challenge. So Restream.io allows you to sign up for the free service. I think free, you can do 3 social media platforms for free. And when you go live, it automatically restreams out to 3 of those channels. So that way you can kind of kill multiple birds with one stone. So consider Restream. I think SoundYard is another restreaming service that allows you to stream to multiple platforms. And believe it or not, Zoom allows you to do a Zoom and a Facebook Live at the same time. So look at that as well. So I know I've shared a lot content out there. And so it's like, man, how do I get started with all of this stuff that you've shared, Burton? I know that wasn't a photo of me, but it was a good representation of, social media is constantly changing. So experiment with your live videos, and you want to find out what's going to work for you in your real estate business as far as live video is concerned. But then again, always focus on who you are and what you are passionate about. So again, if you're a real estate professional who loves cooking, make sure that you focus on that. But again, in your videos, you want to state who you are and what it is that you do, and maybe come up with a moniker like the cooking agent, or if you're gardening, the digging agent or the gardening agent. Even if guys out there, let's say you're into cars, and you decide to do videos about car stuff, It will not take away from your real estate brand if you focus on that. The sky's the limit of what you can do as far as videos are concerned. But at the same time, you will not take away from your real estate brand if you focus on what your passions are and just get out there and do video. I'm not saying that you need to do video today, but with everyone stuck inside, now's a good time to start creating video content, whether it be organic or live video content that is going to help endear people to you and to develop stronger relationships. One other thing that you can do as a real estate professional, let's say that you don't do anything, you have no hobbies, you have nothing to share. Why not invite business professionals onto like a live show, obviously virtually, and have them share their expertise? I know there's an agent here that we deal with. She did that exact same thing. She is a chef, but at the same time, she created a blog, video blog called Real Estate U. And so she just invited different influencers to come in and talk about different things that will help enhance people's lives. So if you're stuck with that, meaning that I don't know what to talk about, invite other people and let them take up your video time and just kind of stand there and nod and grin while the other person gives up valuable content. Focus on your influencers on social media and let them help you with your page. So with that said, I'm going to share my information. Again, my name is Burton Kelso. I am a technology expert with technology, social media. I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun and exciting for you. So look me up on social media. Take a look at, do some R&D with the videos that I do on Facebook or YouTube or any of those social media sites to kind of get an idea of what information that you need to do in order to help enhance and advance your videos and of course enhance your sales. So with that said,